We made it. We're here. The next double wide adventure. So, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to FEEKI Flips, the most dumbed down real estate channel on all of YouTube, because if I can make money doing this, then so can you. We are back today. We're hitting up a little vlog style episode, so we're gonna go check out this double wide that allegedly is super fucked up. So we'll see what it looks like. We're gonna head over to one of our projects in Sparks that we're gonna try to sell as is, because as maybe some of you guys know, the market's not looking so hot. So we're gonna try to get out of this one before we have to rehab it, see what happens. And then we just moved into a new office, so we'll head back to the office after that, do a little office tour for you guys. But today we got Kyle with us. He is our new sales guy, so we're doing a little bit of training with him. And
if everyone doesn't know, Alex is head of sales.
I am head of sales, yeah,
right,
with our large sales department. So yeah, Kyle's our new sales guy. Trained him for 3 days and he broke his fucking leg, so can't go on any appointments, but he's in the walking boot, so we got him on the phones until then. At least he did it while he was riding, so you know that we like that. I approve. If he's gonna break his leg, that's the way to do it for sure. He's here with us today. We're just gonna do a little bit of training, just kind of like what we look for on appointments. So we'll go over a little bit with you guys on that stuff too. So let's go check it out. This paneling, see, it's made out of like this, basically. It's like super thin. Kitchen, if we were in a normal house, I'll check out under here and see. So
water damage or whatever.
Yeah, if there is any, you can see there's like a pan here, so it's probably leaking, and all of this is like sagging and definitely been water damaged forever, so probably not great, but it doesn't feel too spongy right there. The outlets, see if they're grounded or not. For all the bathrooms, I'm looking, you know, toilet, step around there, sink, same thing, shower, same thing, because there's going to be water everywhere. And then we're also looking like for the shower surround, which this is like super weird how they did this. And this is probably just a mobile home thing, where it's like the whole wall is the surround and it's just like a piece of whatever that is.
Right.
Usually you'll have like your tub and surround is one piece, or it'll be like tub and tiled or whatever. Kitchen and bathrooms where we spend all the money, so that's probably the most important part to get photos of and make sure that you note. There's water damage in every single room. You know it's going to need a roof. You know the attic's probably full of mold. Now you got to replace all of this, which we would just sheetrock the whole thing, because we're not going to try to get drop ceiling to put back in here. The walls we would maybe leave, because there's not really that many holes around. There's like, you know, a few here and there that could be fixed, but we probably would just leave them. Needs a new kitchen, needs 2 new bathrooms. Windows are all aluminum. So, I mean, at the minimum, we're going to spend probably $80,000 or something on a rehab here. So we're going to do a huge job, spend all this time and money, and then at the end, we're going to have a really nice 74 double wide that still doesn't go FHA.
Right. So
that's kind of what we're looking at, is that it would be easier if we just ripped it, put a brand new house on it. And the purchase price is probably going to be pretty similar either way. So the purchase price would be so low to justify doing this house, is that regardless of what we decide to do with it, the purchase price is going to be the same, and then at least we have options if we wanted to rehab it or if we wanted to rip it. But that's the thing, is like, I don't even know what the numbers are at here because I didn't look before, but you know, assuming, I think these in this neighborhood go for like $350 flipped, financeable, something like that. So you're already looking at like probably $315 ARV here. 80,000 rehab will put us at like, you know, 140 purchase price or something like that, and that's only for like a $30,000 profit. Like, we're not going to do an $80,000 rehab on this level of inventory for 30 grand. So to make it worth it, we would probably need it for like 100,000, something like that, which is the same cost as what we would pay just for this lot. Demo it, put a brand new home on it, and then we would have a nice one that we could sell for like 375, 400, something like that. So we'll run the numbers later at the office, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, but that's generally kind of how we're looking at it.
And that $100,000 budget is based in on tearing this down.
Right.
And putting a new one in.
Yep, exactly. Windows, of course, I'm looking at. And then I didn't look too closely, but I didn't see any of them that were broken, but they're just old aluminum, probably single pane. So they're original. Everything's original in here. So interiors, we're looking at electrical, kitchens, bath, windows, water damage, drywall repair, Doors are big in this one, like that obviously needs a new door from water damage. But a lot of times in manufactured homes, especially because the doors are made out of like that same stuff, they're super brittle, they have holes and all that, so that's usually some extra cost there if we had to do doors all throughout. That'll make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So let's hit outside here to see all the windows. Siding is what I'm looking at on a regular house. So if there's a trash out like this, there's no trash out here. It's just basic cleanup.
Would you rip the sheds?
It depends on the condition. Probably not. Usually we leave them. We don't touch them, and it's just kind of like, if it was like falling down or something, we might rip it out because it looks worse. But these are like, look halfway functional. So when you don't have a garage, especially, it's nice for the buyer to have a little bit of storage around.
Right.
Okay, that one, I mean, the tree's freaking growing up through it, messing it up, but I mean, it's still usable. Fence, we're gonna look at that. You can see that we have some fence repair here. Obviously we're gonna look at the roof. So obviously this one needs to be done because of what the interior looked like.
Right.
I don't know exactly what the cost is. I would just, for a mobile home, the roof, $10,000. That's what I would estimate. And that'll get us close enough. The water heater is almost always on the outside through a little door like this. Now, manufactured homes usually have the actual pin. I missed it, but it would have been on the inside somewhere for whatever reason. So this is like
Main power?
Yep, exactly. After I've walked the property, I'm more thinking like, okay, I got a bunch of photos of the cosmetic stuff, bathrooms, kitchen, panel, furnace, water heater, AC, roof, and that's it.
Right.
Foundation, if there's any problems, if you're walking through the house and there's drywall cracks everywhere that are like pretty sizable, like you probably have some foundation issues, settling, something like that. Very rarely will we walk a house that's a stick built that is like not on a foundation for some reason. It might, especially out in Fallon in like the downtown area, they built those things on railroad ties, a lot of them. So a lot of them will have a wood foundation, and then you're in the same situation as this where not a whole lot of lenders will lend on it. So those things are like basically worthless without the foundation. But that's just one of those questions that you'll get into the habit. Like if we have a lead that's in downtown Fallon, we're asking them if it's on a foundation.
Gotcha.
There's not all that many, even if it's like rubble foundation. As far as I know, that's still lendable. I'll have to check on that, but like the one at our office, or our old office, was all rubble. If you go into the basement, you can see like actual rocks and like mortar and shit is how they did the foundations back then, and we had no issue getting financing on that, so that was okay.
Gotcha.
More so just looking if it has foundation issues where there's major settling. You can see the concrete in the garage, like going like that, then that's a red flag that we need to look at. Other than that, we'll be okay. It's one of those things, like if you missed it, that's okay. We'll figure that out later. All right, we just wrapped up, did a little bit of training with Kyle. Got to check out the 1974 double wide. That's our specialty out here in Carson City. That's how we do it. Home of the Senators, home of Senators junk removal. We might have to hire them for this job. If you guys missed the episode where they came in and made $1,700 at the pawn shop, who knows what they'll make here. There's a lot of good stuff. So we're gonna head over to Sparks and check out that house, the as-is one right now. And yes, I did forget that there's a big surprise that JP will be getting at the end of the episode.
Huge surprise.
Let's roll. We're here. We made it. Let's go check it out. Hello. Okay. Come on in. All right, for you guys on the channel, there's going to be a full episode about this house that we've already shot part 1 to, and we're going to be shooting part 2 at some point. But for the purpose of this vlog, the only reason why we're here is to shoot a bunch of photos, because we're going to try to sell this thing in as-is condition. So I just need the photos, and then we're going to send it out basically like we would wholesale a deal, but we already own it. So that's kind of our plan right now. We just want to get out of it and make what we can make in as-is condition. If no one wants to buy it, then we're gonna go through with the rehab and then part 2 of the episode. Now, for Kyle's training, I don't even know what we're doing, but Kyle's been here before, we've been here before, so we're just gonna talk over kind of what we're doing, and then I guess if this was an appointment, I'll be like, this is what I would look for again. What happened That plan kind of went to shit once we started ripping shit up, because as you can see, it has the original hardwood runs in here, but it's got like all this glue and like this, had this board over top of some of it. So a lot of the shit already got ruined. The issue was when we ripped this up here, there was not hardwood in the kitchen. There was some, but a section of it had already been cut out. So then we were going, the whole place is kind of sloped like this. So then we were gonna just like replace the subfloor. The bathroom is in between the 2 bedrooms, which kind of sucks. We need a door out here. So then Wes is like, well, let's put in a second bath. So it just like turns into this fucking huge project, and you're like, fuck, like this is not what we bought it as. So we're at the point now, we talked about it yesterday, that basically we need to fucking sell it as is completely, or go all out and keep it as a short-term rental. So those are our 2 options right now. So that's why we're here. I'm just gonna take a bunch of photos so I can try to dispo it to someone. Yeah, it's just like insane. Panel that's in the back. Found the clean out on the side, and that's about it. So again, like after I walk through everything, mentally going through, which you can just reference the checklist, but all the cosmetic stuff, your outlets, kitchen, bathrooms, and then water heater, furnace for inside, outside, siding, windows, roof, panel, clean out, landscaping. So for this one, assuming that it didn't look like this with the kitchen in there, and like say the bathroom and the kitchen were still in there, now I'd be saying, okay, like our windows are good, our roof is good, the panel has been updated, like it's not old school fuse box or whatever. As far as I know, the foundation looks good. Say there's no sloping or anything in there, and it's like, okay, we need a kitchen, we need 1 bathroom, we need all the cosmetic stuff, and then, you know, if that garage was still full of shit, like we have a trash out there that could be, you know, $5,000 or something like that. But really, it's not that big of a project just to turn it and put it back on market. We're at like 1,000 square feet here. So if I was gonna spitball, I would say, you know, we would be like somewhere in the 35 or 40 bucks a foot range to get that done. Just because we only have the 1 bathroom and the 1 kitchen. So you don't have to do the math on that. For 1,000 square feet, 35 to 40 for the rehab. I think that would be, if we were just gonna do a light turn on it, that would give us some budget to, we could probably do a brand new kitchen, brand new bathroom, interior, exterior paint, and then put it back on market. And that would be pretty good. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
And here we are, we're back.
So you guys have seen the 1974 double wide, super fucked up. You've seen the one that we own over in Sparks that we're gonna try to sell as is. So now here we are at the new office. So we'll give you guys a quick tour and then into JP's special surprise. There it is. There's Connie.
Hi.
She's running everything from now on. I'm fucking out of here, going on vacation. In here, we got some big business going on right now. So that's the ops room over here. Got the glass table, the OG from the old office. No chairs, but you know, if you need to stand over here and put your phone down, or over here, we got the sales room.
Sales department.
We got Kyle.
Kyle's already back to work.
Already back to work. Just walked in the office. Then we got the war room in here. Apparently it's called that. I don't know, but we got.
Who says that?
Everyone, dude. Everyone's been saying it in the comments. Here's the war room. Little meeting table. We got the TV set up that you can stream your computer on. So this is a good place to just huddle up and do our team meetings and stuff like that. So over to the other half of the office. Got a couple bathrooms over here. And then actually in this side, we have like this kind of separate entry. And then 2 offices here and our break room over here. Obviously this is way bigger than our old office. You guys seen that? It was like 400 square foot, like 1-bedroom apartment, literally. So we don't really need all 1,800 square feet of this office. So these 2 over here, we're gonna sublease out got that written into the lease that we're able to sublease at least half of the, or up to half of the square footage. So we'll be able to get a couple more people in here, help us out with the rent here a little bit. And then they have kind of their own entry over here. And then
You'll
we can
share that?
Yeah, share it. They have their own entry. They have these 2 offices, and then we can share this break room here. Bathrooms are over there, so it'll be kind of separate where we can just have that half. They can have this half, and everything should work out pretty good. But it's nice to have a little bit of separation, real AC, and a place to have meetings and all that type of stuff. I'm really liking the extra room we have here. So new office so far. Approved. So the big surprise for JP. So long story short, we were planning on hiring a really badass project manager, had everything worked out. One of the details was that he needed a company vehicle because he'd been using his previous company's vehicle for however long. But things changed, market shifted. We're planning on doing a lot more wholesaling than flipping in the short term here. So we don't exactly need a super skilled project manager if we don't have any projects to manage. But because of the car thing, we were like, fuck, it would be really funny if we played a joke on him, and we bought this shitty car as like a company vehicle because he was expecting like, you know, a $15,000 or $20,000 car. So we ended up buying a 1992 Saturn. I don't even know what the model is, and it doesn't matter because everyone knows what a Saturn looks like. Pristine, 38,000 miles, silver, fucking badass. So since we don't have the project manager, we don't need the car, JP is now the proud owner of a 1992 Saturn.
Hell yeah, second car I've ever bought in my life, and it couldn't come at a better time with these gas prices. And I'm struggling out here, so this is really gonna do a lot. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Reno area home buyers. Proud car owner now. And funny story is, I offered his mom what, my outfit?
Yeah, just had to, you gotta get that because it's important for the viewer to know what's behind the camera sometimes. So that's why this is the only channel you guys know where the filmer is in most of the episodes, right?
Very proud new owner of the Saturn, 92 Saturn.
3/4 shot looks. All sales are final.
Sales are final. Oh. No. Classic. Dude, you see me get in this, I'm fucking almost rolled away.
There you go.
Where she was like, bah, 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 bah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Get to 50,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and notification bell as well, and then check out the link below for the Discord where you can answer any questions about real estate, and whatever you have to ask, Alex will answer. I'll film it, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Gang.